Good morning. It is Sunday, September 27th, 2020. Slight, um, slightly better in terms of sleeping. Just getting an extra hour. So this morning, right now, is 5:28. How are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. It's a remarkably strange time, I guess. I mean, it's kind of not a great word, I guess, but I have really no way to talk about it or understand it or process it, really, because I mean, things are happening in such a way, or things are happening that I've never imagined happening to me, or not in this like kind of like ego kind of way. Oh, that'll never happen to me. It's just not something that that I imagined for myself. And I guess maybe at another time we'll talk about how I guess maybe like I've had some like death anxiety or death kind of thoughts over the years, but that I'll save for a different time. But I mean, I never certainly thought, oh, terminal cancer, and this is how it's gonna roll out. Like I never thought that this is how it is. I mean, how would you know, right? And of course, this is just my experience, and I am so fortunate to be living in a country and also in a city that has that I have access to like world class healthcare, world class cancer treatment. It's anyway. That's also something else. A couple of things I actually wanted to talk about. So yesterday I filmed a quick video when I had heard when I had first received a note from, I'm calling her my guardian angel, about the car, and how she's providing us with access to a car, and how it was I decided to turn the camera on and like catch I feel like a very very raw moment, and it was and then afterwards I feel like it was important to capture, but like felt like really vulnerable after having done it. But I also filmed it because I really wanted for her to see how much it meant for me that she had done that for me, that she's doing this for me, and so I turned I turned the recording on and recorded it, and then now it's there. Now it's part of the story. And there are other things too, where I get emotional. But the thing is, and maybe like you think that this is maybe for the camera, but it's not just for the camera actually. Where I don't know how I sound or seem to you, but I haven't, I don't know, had like any kind of like a real emotional breakdown like based on what's going on. I've had some really emotional moments because of things, like because the people in my life are hurting, because of the goodness of the people in my life, because I wake up in the morning and I find that, and I wake up this morning and I check my email, and the soulful man that I spoke to last night, he had written me to let me know that there's an army of people that are praying for me. I believe in the power of prayer. I'm not religious. I feel like I'm a very deeply spiritual person, but I'm not of any particular religion. But I do believe in the power of prayer, and I'm so thankful. And if any of you watching, if you wouldn't mind having a healing thought for me, or loving, just a loving thought for me, and if you can also maybe just share, perhaps, if you don't mind, asking others to maybe send some loving thoughts this way, it would mean a lot to me. So I think one of the things I wanted to talk about was that maybe a lot of times, especially during this stage, when still, in terms of treatment and things like that haven't started, that I would likely be pretty, calm or chill or something like that. It might seem like I'm thinking and feeling a lot of different things, and I'm also in the process of sorting out a lot. But I'm not. I'm certainly, there's a lot that I'm feeling, and I think that you'll see more and more of that as time goes on. But I have a lot of questions, right? I mean, there's the existential questions, but in terms of what I just showed you, the illustration that my husband left me for this morning. When I first wake up in the morning and I see that, see how much he loves me. And also how he has over the years drawn so many of these little things for me, and I try to capture them, but I have no, they're not organized, or I haven't had a way of trying to figure out how to pull them all together. If there's anybody out there who can help me, or have some ideas about how what I can do about that would be great. I have these pieces of paper in which he's drawn things for me, and I've taken some pictures of those things and stuff like that, but they're so they're just so everywhere. They're just so random. So I'd like to be able to organize them somehow, just so that even later on, I can just have something physical, and maybe something physical for him to have, So I actually, I think the last thing I really wanted to talk about this morning anyway is that after that other video, the video that I had posted yesterday, after finding out that, again, my guardian angel is providing me with this remarkable gift. At the end of that, I turned the video off, or I turned the recording off, and just maybe took some time for myself, and then, but the day kind of went on, I had to, get some things done. I'm trying to, there's, a lifetime, you accumulate stuff, and so I was, and stuff that's not gonna be necessary, or it's just gonna be in the way, in the next little while. So I'm slowly trying to think about donating things like that. So I'm doing some of the work, and especially and I imagine having the energy right now that I have to be able to do it. So so I went ahead and was kind of doing those kinds of things. And I think one of the things that the doctors, the medical folks, worry about in relation to folks who have cancer is weight loss. So I'm trying to eat whenever I can. I think I might have mentioned that I'm a foodie, and I'm, one of the things that really saddens me it's funny, right? How we kind of identify in these ways. But yeah, like food is love. Like the sixth love language has been food, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to enjoy foods and the kinds of foods that I've enjoyed in the ways that I have in the past, even a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But doing that. Then speaking to the soulful man that I spoke to last night, and and then watching the baseball game. That's what I did. But I guess I'm kind of going about it in a roundabout sort of a way. But I shot that first video, or the video in the early afternoon, and then I went along and did other things, and then came back and shot the other video. And so I think, I don't know, like as a person that's watching, there might have been like this difference in mood, and because there was, I was feeling for a good couple of hours around the time that I had shot that other video, and then the few hours following and me doing these things and kind of sorting things out, I was in a different emotional place. I was in a different headspace. So I don't know if that was weird or jarring in any way. I just wanted to I guess address that. So that's and this morning you got I think a little bit of both. You got me being emotional, but also I think trying to kind of think through things, right? One of the things that I feel like I have learned and benefited and feel fortunate. It's like I did some like super heavy training to get here. 20 plus years of therapy and 11 plus years of working with folks has, kind of wired me to figure out sort of the differences between my logical, rational thoughts and being able to also have words to my emotions and to be able to talk about them too. So those are skills, folks, and it's a muscle that I've been building for some time. So I think it just happened to be coming in handy now that I'm very thankful for. So again, it's I'll say this one thing. Because of the lighting right now, you could probably see how my jaundice a little bit more than maybe you've been able to see in the other videos. And today I am a little worried because I have the procedure coming up tomorrow morning. I just need to keep myself healthy today so that it would be possible for me to have that surgery where they'll put a stent in my pancreas so that this excess vial that's been turning me yellow will have an opportunity to start flowing, and to bring my bilirubin number down, and so that hopefully will remedy the jaundice. They're also going to take an autopsy. Oh God, why do I keep saying autopsy, man? It freaks me out a little bit. Anyway, a biopsy of the tumor to see what kind of a tumor it is. I don't think it's going to really change anything apart from perhaps treatment approach, and a confirmation that it is cancerous. But that's tomorrow, so I'm pretty nervous about that. I'm going to be under general anesthesia. That's never happened before, so again, that's something else that I'm nervous about. But I'm sure I'll be touching in with you here again later on today. We're going to be renting a car for today, for tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning is early. Just get some errands done, and I'll catch up with you later. Okay, take care.